guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, you're very welcome, and I hope you can find some value on this channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. For those that are new, I post my videos on Thursdays and Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Make sure to press that subscribe button and press the bell button to get notifications when I post more of my videos. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the importance of social media detox. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Things being digital is absolutely amazing. It's a great convenience. It makes life so much easier, and things are easy for you to have at hand that you may need. But with that also comes a responsibility to use social media in a very pre-planned way, not just letting social media take over your life. Social media is absolutely fantastic to keep in contact with people, create new connections, get ideas, just expose yourself to the greater world that is out there that you'd normally not get, if social media was not there, because you're confined to the people that the people that are within your area. And we're now having access to the whole world just through social media. But social media can become very addictive, of which I can say I have been guilty of this on numerous occasions. One way social media platform make money is through our data. And if you're on there for an extended period of time, get information on how you use your social media and more of your data. So for them to do that, they increase the addiction or have things in place such as notifications that entice you into staying there and wanting to see what is going on. And because of that, it activates the addiction side to the human being. Whenever you post a picture and you're getting likes and comments, it increases your dopamine and it feels good. It's like, oh, people are liking what I'm doing, people are liking my content, and it makes you feel good. But that also increases your crave for that feeling on a more continuous basis. And this is some sort of a reward for our behavior, and the behavior is you posting. And because of this, it makes our social media habits even worse. Now we're craving a high that some people get from drugs, from alcohol, from food, and it is costing us absolutely nothing, which I think makes it worse, because we're doing this without having to put any money into it and getting this high for free, and getting this high so easily accessible to us. Dopamine is stimulated in the brain, and we want to repeat that action. Unexpected rewards such as more likes than usual increases the activity of that dopamine, which creates a positive feedback signal. So the more social media that we consume, the more of that feedback loop is feeding into this habit of ours, or into this addiction of us that is social media. And the one day that you post something and the likes drop, it sends a negative feedback signal, which weakens that positive association that you normally have in your brain. Because of this, it doesn't make you feel good, and now you feel like you need to do something different, to seek for other ways of making sure that the next post you post is creates that same positive feedback signal. I think the larger concern with social media is that we don't even realize we're addicted to it. Like when I take social media detoxes, I either delete my apps or move my apps to somewhere else on my phone that they wouldn't normally be. Because what I came to realize was literally I would end up on social media just through muscle memory. Like I'll pick up my phone and I'll end up on Instagram, which is like the main thing for me. I'll end up on Instagram and I don't even remember how I got there. And I'm looking at the time, 1 hour is already gone, and I've just been scrolling, not even getting anything out of it. Once I moved the app elsewhere, I would end up on something else. I'd be like, what the hell am I doing here? Then I remember that's where my Instagram app used to be. And it was numerous times a day. When you ask someone to take some time off social media, for example, if you say to someone, oh, take a week or a month off social media, they'll be like, yeah, I can easily do that, but I don't want to. It is a very similar response to someone who is addicted to alcohol or addicted to drugs. They'll tell you they can stop it, but they just don't want to. Research shows that we check our phones between 80 to 300 times a day. 300 times a day. And it's literally just constant, and consumes so much of your time. And the thing with social media is that it doesn't filter out what you're putting into your consciousness. In other words, like when you go on social media, you're gonna get posts about, you know, these wonderful things that have gone on, but you're also getting posts of updates of really negative and bad things that are going on, and you're soaking all of that into your consciousness. And this is why some people, they'll end up just feeling terrible in the entire day, and they don't understand why they feel like that. It is these things that we're unconsciously soaking into ourselves and absorbing. They're affecting how we feel emotionally. Social media doesn't have the same physical detrimental effects as you would if someone is addicted to alcohol or drugs. It is detrimental in its own way. And I think as when you're grown, you're kind of okay because you have the consciousness to realize that you're maybe overusing this thing, the consciousness to be aware of how much time you've used. But if it's kids that are like on TikTok and stuff, and they haven't fully grown that consciousness or grown the mechanism to be able to fight against this constant stimulus of addiction, of which for them it just feels good. It's like, oh yeah, my TikTok video has been liked. A constant need for social media gratification is going to be difficult and creating a very addictive personality within the younger generation that are not yet able to create mechanisms for themselves to be able to fight through these constant feedback mechanisms that they're getting from social media. There was a study that was done by Robert Sapolsky at Stanford. He described social media as the magic of maybe. And how this is explained is that although you're not sure that your phone has a notification or has a message, it's the fact that maybe I have a text, maybe I have a comment, maybe I have a like on my social media that makes you constantly want to look at your phone to see if it's there. And when it is there, it's a spike of dopamine that you get and you feel good about it. And it's just something that happens on a physiological level. You're gonna get spikes of dopamine doing something that you like, eating food. This constant thing of maybe, and it's a continuous thing that you're getting on a daily basis and numerous times a day, that maybe there's a text, maybe there's this. I personally think that social media is no longer really being used to be social, but is actually being used for social validation, because we have become so reliant on the opinions of the online social group and of how people think of us. So we edit out all the flaws of our life and post unrealistic pictures of ourselves so others can validate this image that we have portrayed to the online world. In doing all of that and portraying such a lovely and well edited and photoshopped version of yourself and of your life, we create a very negative and a low self-esteem for ourselves, because the person that you have, the picture that you have posted on Instagram, the person that you have posted on Instagram is not the person that's looking at you in the mirror. And we then also compare ourselves to these photoshopped and edited versions of other people. And when we look in the mirror, we're like, why are we not like that? But we are comparing ourselves to unrealistic, fake ideologies of other people and their lives. And that causes us to have a poor sense of self. There was a video I watched by Stephen Bartlett, who's also on YouTube, and he was saying that by design, social media rewards us to show our best edited angles, orchestrated highlights of our lives. We rarely get to see the real life and the real person, and that's the 99% of our lives that we live behind closed doors, that we live behind social media, which is the unglamorous day-to-day unfiltered life. Because we know our circumstances and we know our lives, we compare our 99% of the real life to someone's 1% of that highlighted, filtered and glamorous version of their life and of themselves, to our 99%, of which we deal with the struggles of life And we compare ourselves to everyone else's highlights as how our life should be, what we should do, materialistic things we should have. It makes us feel inadequate and below par to something that's actually not even real. Like, do you understand how crazy that is? We are comparing the life that we know is ours in terms of all the struggles that we go through, the day-to-day life battles that we have, and we compare that to the 1% glamorous lifestyle that people portray on social media. We compare our whole entire life to the best parts of other people's life that they're willing to show us. Like, it's absolutely crazy. After me analyzing all of that, I started using social media quite differently. Like, some of my businesses, I need social media to be able to do them. Not necessarily to do them, but to be able to grow them. Get exposure to the brand itself and the vision for the brand. For personal use, I've started using social media as a place of motivation, a place to get ideas and perceptions, to connect with people that are going to help me to grow myself. I don't compare what my life is to what I see other people on social media. And the only comparison that I have for myself is with the version of myself that I know I am fully capable of becoming, and striving and comparing myself to what I have at the moment, how I conduct myself at the moment. How can I help myself and be able to enlighten myself to the extent that I am able to get to this place or to this version of myself that I see. I get to see that I am capable of being that person. From these people that I follow on Instagram, these pages I follow that every day are saying positive things and reaffirming things to me. Just by human nature, we compare things anyways. Like, you go to a shop, you'll compare two bargains and things like that. So by nature, we compare things. The healthiest way to compare things is to compare things to the better version of yourself that you know is capable, rather than comparing yourself to other people. You do not have an idea of how they live their life truly, what difficulties they've had to go through to be where they are, the life journey they've had to go through to be where they are at right now. And you're comparing yourself to them. You will never live life the way they do. You will never see life the way they do, because you don't have the same experiences. And even if you're siblings and you've had the same experiences, you don't see life the same way that they do. Me using social media that way is one of the healthiest ways I've been able to adapt to using social media. It's a way of motivating myself to work on myself, to better myself, to educate myself. The benefits of doing a social media detox is you compare yourself to other people less. You also realize how addicted you've been to this platform. And what I would suggest is, when you do your social media detox, wherever you used to keep your social media apps, whenever you click on it, it goes to a reminder that says social media detox or something like that, so that you're constantly getting a reminder of exactly how much you used to depend on this app being there. And I think it helps you to get so much more time back, because we don't realize how much time we spend on social media. And that time can be put towards your business, towards your plans, towards your goals. You can use that time and that energy onto something else that's more productive. I think it will help you to get focused and gain clarity, because you're not having so much outside influence constantly bombarding you. And it's also less distractions. The point of a social media detox is to reconnect yourself with yourself. Realign yourself with the things that you said you wanted to accomplish, with your goals. Spending time with yourself and being able to be at peace with yourself without such a massive outside influence. Test of your willpower the longer you do this, and you being able to achieve this thing. And it's also reinforcing that whenever you put your mind to something, you can do it. And it's also a time that will push you to go back to reading and learning the hobbies and things that you actually used to like doing, and reconnecting with that. Social media detox can really help to redirect you and actually figure out what it is that you want to do with your life. If you're at a stage where you're not quite sure what it is that you want to do, or what your purpose is. Your purpose is something that is revealed to you in life in stages, and your purpose can shift. It should be a time of reflection, a time of gratitude for the things that you have, for this amazing future that you see in front of you. And it's also a time to light up some of the relationships that you may have let dwindle, and get in contact with people that you actually care about and intentionally want to be in contact with. A time to learn from experts, grow your skills, which is ultimately adding value to your life. I take about maybe 2 or 3 social media detoxes a year when I feel like I just feel so overwhelmed and I just need to get back to myself. The craziness of life is just getting the best of me. I do a social media detox, and it just allows me to reconnect with myself and recenter myself. And yeah, I challenge you guys to maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month, however long you feel like you need, for you to reconnect with yourself, and also kind of highlight how addicted you could be to social media without realizing it. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you have found some value in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video.